Hey, welcome to another fireside chat where the fire is not really real, but I kind of like it. I tried to do this several weeks ago, and I think it's got a nice glimmer to it. But I want to try something new, and this is the cool part about having a YouTube channel is you can just try new stuff. And in this, I want to do a fireside chat, but combine that with a current headline, and a current headline that when I read it, I was just, you got to be kidding me. And I saw this, somebody posted it in our chat room. And it really just goes to show why I want things in my own hands. In particular, what things am I talking about? My retirement accounts, my retirement funds. If things are gonna just go to zero, then I wanna be able to look in the mirror and be like, well, good job, buddy, in the person in the mirror. Because you read this article, and the link will be down below, and I'm not gonna read through the article, I'm not gonna insult your intelligence, you know how to read, but I wanna go through just a couple quick little, the title and a couple instances on where you're just like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? And and it kind of just proves my point on why I do what I do. So let's get to the title of this article real quick. So this headline actually is from the Wall Street Journal. I found it on MSN Money, but the headline goes, pensions and endowments gambled on market calm, then everything changed. Now, unless you live under a rock, then you know that, again, this is current, real-time headline, that like a couple weeks ago, things in the market got so much not calm. Or in other words, volatility finally picked back up. And I mean, you get it. It was all over the news headlines. It was everywhere. And here you just read that pensions, endowments, like that's people's retirement, their futures are being gambled, are being structured around something where what happened a couple weeks ago could ultimately crush them. And a couple of these things mentioned in the article, the state of Hawaii, Harvard, like the Ivy League Harvard. Like I said, you can read the article, it's down below. But some of these, like I said, states, big Ivy League schools, these pensions, they have been tied to, some of their returns have been, associated with and depending upon, pretty much a bet, a gamble that, hey, volatility is gonna kind of stay what it is. And then everything changed. And let's just get to this next quote. And I think this pretty much summarizes why things out of my hands freak me out so much. For now, investors express confidence these strategies will work out. Others in the market, however, worry that any additional turmoil could spur institutions to quit their low vol strategies. Our fear is when these strategies unwind. Now, low vol, that just means low volatility strategies. And the big fear is what happens if those need to be, unwind? In other words, need to be deconstructed as a strategy. And that could create a whole lot of hurt. So to be fair though, to these, people that are taking on this gamble with all the pension funds and endowments, as it stands right now, according to the article, and as the article states, it's not like everybody's retirements are up in smoke. There's been some losses, yes, but the strategies still have time to play out. But the quote that stuck out to me is, everybody is hoping that there's no more market turmoil. There's no more market turmoil. And if there's not, then, like I said, these strategies are gonna work out. But to think that some people with no choice of their own are now dependent. I hope there's no more market turmoil. I hope this volatility thing settles down. That freaks me out. I mean, like I said, if I had done that, then fine, I'll look in the mirror. But for somebody else, or for some financial advisor, or for some, fill in the blank, to be doing things with my money that now all of a sudden is literally walking on thin ice, the thin ice being, is the market turmoil done? And as of the recording of this video, as of Friday when you're watching this, I don't know. Well, then again, I'm recording this on Thursday. So tomorrow when this posts, who knows, maybe the market will be back in turmoil. But just to think that I would have to be sitting here saying, for my account's sake, I really hope that things turn out because my financial advisor or these people's, these fund managers are doing these things where they're making these gambles. That just worries me. And that is why I do things myself. That is why I put together my Grow Rich course, which maps out step by step by step by step every little thing that I do for my retirement accounts. And it is something that anybody can do. And I don't think that's a shocking statement given the amount of technology, online brokers, what is available, whether it be, individual stocks, index funds, mutual funds, all that sort of stuff. It's all covered in the course. So I guess this is kind of a sales pitch, but I guess it is because I'm fully confident. I've had a ton of good feedback, and it is working for people. It's not rocket science, but if you're somebody that wants something explained step by step by step, that maps out what I'm doing, where you can literally take things into your own hands and make sure that things aren't being gambled on such strategies such as this, then I'd highly recommend at least considering the course. And like I said, it is nothing new, and that is what I find comfort in. What I'm doing is nothing new because it's proven. Now, of course, nothing is going to happen overnight. Nothing's going to happen over a year, over a few years. But math and history show that if you do what the strategy teaches, then over time and with mathematics working in your favor, things are going to turn out okay. But to think that and it's not going to put you on thin ice like some of these people are right now with these pensions and endowment funds. So I'd really encourage you to read that article, because that stuff freaks me out. And I genuinely feel bad for those people that they are now at the mercy of their fund manager and the fund manager's strategy, where everybody's now hoping, oh, please no more market turmoil, and then we'll be okay. So I'm glad to hear that at least they have a chance to still be okay. But to know that if that ice cracks some more and we get more volatility and turmoil, that things could change drastically, that's a sad situation for those people, and that absolutely freaks me out and reaffirms the fact on why I'm so glad that I have all my retirement accounts in my own hands and with a strategy that has been proven to work time and time again. Again, given there's enough time and you let math work in your favor. So let me know down below. Do you like the current headlines, fireside chats? Should I just not even worry about current headlines? But for this one, I had to make a video on it because it really did. It was just, are you really? No, if it was, I don't know, Billy Bob Schmoes, blah, 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 school of, how to make meth. Like, okay, well, I'm not surprised that their pension may be in trouble. But this is Harvard, so that's crazy. So let me know down below. I'll also put a link to the Grow Rich course, and that course pays for itself, guaranteed. I explain how it pays for itself and how the guarantee works. All I'll say is when you are doing it yourself, putting things in your hands, you are not paying a percentage to somebody else. And as Benjamin Franklin said, a penny saved is a penny earned. So learning how to do it yourself in and of itself is going to pay for the course over and over and over again. So if you're curious, check out that video down below. And if not, let me know your thoughts on these fireside chats in combination with real-time current events.